Have you ever wished the world could just pause? No buzzing phones, no comparing yourself to someone else's highlight reel, just you sitting still and finally asking, who am I really? In a world that constantly screams, do more, be more, and get ahead, what happens when we instead ask, how do I become still? How do I live with meaning, not noise? Welcome to Book Therapy, and today's book is a guide to inner clarity in a world full of chaos. We are diving into Think Like a Monk, not to become monks, but to unlearn everything that makes us miserable and to start remembering who we really are. This isn't just about wisdom, it's about healing from anxiety, from ego, from the constant pressure to be someone you are not. So take a breath, let's step into silence together. Jay Shetty wasn't born a monk. He was a regular guy, a business school student in London who chased status and success just like the rest of us. But a single meeting with a monk at 18 changed everything. He traded suits for saffron robes, went to India, lived in an ashram, and meditated for hours daily. Then he returned, not to preach, but to translate ancient wisdom for our modern chaos. Think Like a Monk is not a religious book. It's a manual for mastering your mind, understanding your purpose, and living with intention. Jay teaches us how to let go of negativity, compare less, focus more, and lead a meaningful life, not just a successful one. So, let's explore 3 powerful emotional takeaways that can genuinely heal your inner world. Jay Shetty says, detachment is not that you own nothing. Detachment is that nothing owns you. The first deep wound this book helps heal is our false identity. We live in a world where we are constantly defined by our job title, our follower count, our GPA, our salary, our relationship status. Jay calls this the monkey mind, constantly jumping from one external identity to another, never truly rooted. He asks, who would you be if everything you have has taken away? That question broke me the first time I heard it. Because healing starts when we realize we are not our trauma, not our roles, not our thoughts. We are the awareness beneath all of it. The book teaches us to reflect on what roles have I been playing just to be accepted? Whose expectations am I trying to meet? Have I really, truly asked myself what I want? Jay shares that monks are trained to detach from the need for praise and release the fear of criticism. Imagine that. Imagine living your life based on your values, not validation. This isn't detachment in a cold, I don't care way. It's emotional freedom. Healing means realizing you don't need to perform to be worthy. You just are. Jay Shetty says, your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Learn to train it. We live in an age of hyperstimulation. From the second we wake up, we are assaulted with notifications, noise, and opinions. Jay reminds us, you can't heal in a world that never lets you be quiet. He introduces the idea of daily stillness and not in some unrealistic monk-only way. Even 5 minutes of silence a day can begin rewiring your brain. He shares techniques monks use, like breath work, simple yet powerful, mantra meditation, repeating a word to anchor the mind, visualization, imagining your calm self before reacting. When you train your mind like a muscle, you build mental discipline, just like physical strength. Jay explains how stillness is not laziness. It's actually where your intuition speaks loudest. He writes, most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. That hit me hard. Because in our race to be heard, we have forgotten how to listen to others and to ourselves. Stillness heals because it reconnects you with your inner compass. You start realizing, I don't have to react immediately. I can let this emotion pass without drowning in it. I can choose peace even when chaos knocks. Jay's tools help you become unshakable in a shaking world. In the words of Jay Shetty, plant trees under whose shade you do not plan to sit. This part of the book, this broke me open. Jay says we confuse our passion with purpose, but true purpose is not about what you like doing, it's about how you help others. He introduces this stunning formula: passion plus expertise plus usefulness equals purpose. Think about it. What if your healing isn't just about you? What if your wounds, your journey, your struggles are what make you uniquely equipped to help others heal too? Jai encourages us to serve, not in grand ways, but in everyday kindness. Listening without interrupting, helping without expecting praise, creating without comparing, living with compassion. He shares how monks spend hours in silence not for themselves, but so they can show up better for others. This shifted my thinking. Purpose is not found in noise, trends, or even applause. It's found when you ask, how can I use what I have learned to ease someone else's pain? That's when healing becomes expansion. That's when your life becomes medicine. Think like a monk isn't telling you to leave your job, shave your head, or go to an ashram. It's asking, can you quiet your mind even for a moment? Can you detach from who the world says you should be? Can you use your life not just to succeed, but to serve? Jay reminds us that healing isn't linear, it's layered. And it often begins when we stop seeking more and start seeking within. You don't need to be a monk to think like one. You just need to listen to the still, small voice that's been buried under everything you were told to be. That voice is you. If this message resonated with you, if it made you feel seen even a little, then stay with me, because the Quiet Shelf is not just a channel, it's a sanctuary. Here we don't just summarize books, we sit with them, feel them, heal through them. Subscribe for more stories that aren't just told but felt. So, this is the Quiet Shelf, and you are always welcome here.